Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for a Friday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk all things Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I am your host, Brady Vini, and today's report includes: will the Pittsburgh Steelers move George Pickens this offseason? A Steelers defensive coach could be leaving for a new job opportunity. Evgeny Malkin's missing Stanley Cup rings have been found, and more. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into the first news story of the day. Will the Pittsburgh Steelers move George Pickens this offseason? One of the biggest, if not the biggest question for the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason will be, is George Pickens going to be a Steeler next season? Well, early returns on that question from those who cover the Steelers say that Pickens will not be back in the black and gold. Yesterday on 93.7 The Fan, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette Steelers reporter Ray Fittipaldo said, quote, "It feels like George Pickens is going to get traded." To go along with Fittipaldo, Sports Illustrated Steelers writer Noah Strackbein says, quote, "According to a team source, the Steelers are likely to move on from Pickens this offseason with the idea of completely reshaping their wide receiver room." In 14 games for the Steelers this season, Pickens caught 59 passes for an even 900 yards and 3 touchdowns. However, the juice isn't really worth the squeeze anymore with Pickens. Showing up late to just about every team event, being unpredictable on the field, needing to be babysat off the field, and more is why Pickens is very likely to be moved elsewhere this offseason. Remember when some people used to compare Pickens to Antonio Brown? Newsflash, Pickens isn't anything like Brown. At least when AB was here, he was one of the hardest workers on the team and put up 10 times the production Pickens has, making his baggage that much easier to deal with. Keeping Pickens and the problems that he brings, which head coach Mike Tomlin enables by not giving him any punishment, is doing a disservice to the organization and is a slap in the face to everyone in the Steelers locker room who bust their asses every week. One guy cannot be put above the other 52 anymore. What my ideal offseason for the Pittsburgh Steelers would look like is now crystal clear. Re-sign Justin Fields, get good draft capital by trading away Pickens, use those acquired picks to trade for Fields' #1 receiver from college in disgruntled Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson, and when you have those 2 former Ohio State Buckeyes, why not add a third by drafting Emeka Egbuka in the first round? And hey, don't call me crazy for having those ideas. At least I didn't pull a Colin Cowherd and say the Steelers should trade away TJ Watt, Pickens, and multiple first-round picks for Shedeur Sanders. What do you guys think of this idea, and do you think the Steelers will actually trade Pickens? Let me know in the comments below. A Steelers defensive coach could be leaving for a new job opportunity. Right now, while the playoffs are still ongoing, and the offseason really hasn't fully kicked in yet, NFL teams are interviewing people like crazy for open coaching and management positions. The Pittsburgh Steelers have already been reached out to for interviews with offensive coordinator Arthur Smith for the Chicago Bears and New York Jets head coaching job, among a few other teams interested in multiple people in the Steelers building. Well, today we can add one more Steelers coach to that list, as NFL insider Tom Pelissero reports that the Atlanta Falcons are interviewing Steelers secondary coach Grady Brown for their vacant defensive coordinator position. Brown was hired by the Black and Gold in February of 2021, and over the past 3 years, he has been a massive part of the team's defense. Even though the Steelers' secondary play was a little scuzzy this past season, Brown has been the catalyst of what the Steelers refer to as their takeaway culture. Since Brown's hire, the Steelers' defense has created 66 interceptions, 3rd most in the NFL, 340 pass defenses, 3rd most in the NFL, 68 forced fumbles, 1st in the NFL, and 39 fumble recoveries, 7th most in the NFL. If anyone on the Steelers coaching staff deserves a promotion this offseason, even if it's elsewhere, it's Brown. But I'm sure there are a lot of people in that building hoping that he stays in Pittsburgh. Brown will have some tough competition for the Falcons' DC job, going against other candidates like former Bengals defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo, but we'll have to wait and see if the leader of the takeaway culture will stay where he is. Evgeny Malkin's missing Stanley Cup rings have been found. Last Saturday, the Pittsburgh Penguins played and lost 5-0 to the Ottawa Senators at PPG Paints Arena. However, the most newsworthy story from that day was Penguins forward Evgeny Malkin's house being burgled. When the news of the burglary was released this past Tuesday night, it was said that Malkin's safe was unlocked and that his 3 Stanley Cup championship rings were missing. Allegheny County Police began an investigation into the break-in, presuming that the rings were taken from the residence. Well, an update on the investigation was posted to the Allegheny County Police Department's Facebook page on Wednesday, reading, County police have learned Evgeny Malkin's Stanley Cup championship rings have been located inside his residence. This remains an active investigation, and we continue to ask anyone with information to contact the county police tip line. Upon the rings being found, Malkin released a statement saying, "I would like to express my gratitude to the Allegheny County Police, the Sewickley Heights Police, and the entire Penguins organization. The outpouring of support and concern from my teammates and fans over the past 2 days means so much to my family and I." The update did not provide any details on if anything else was stolen from Malkin's home, but at least 3 of the most coveted championship rings in all of sports are still in his possession. With the whole missing ring saga put to bed, hopefully Gino can shift his focus to this massive 7-game road trip for the Pens. That 15-day-long trip begins tonight in Buffalo, where it'll be Alex Nedeljkovic in net for the Penguins against Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for the Sabres. Puck's drop is at 7 p.m. And finally, the Pittsburgh Pirates sign a right fielder and release a minor leaguer. It's safe to say that the biggest need for the Pittsburgh Pirates on their major league club right now is to sign a right fielder. If you want to know how dire the situation in right field is, the Pirates' current starting outfield has Brian Reynolds in left, O'Neal Cruz in center, and in right, take your pick of a boom or bust Joshua Palacios or Jack Suwinski, who looked like he forgot how to hit a baseball last year. The Bucks have been linked to 2 suitable outfielders in Alex Verdugo and Randall Grichuk, but with pitchers and catchers reporting in less than a month, and the market starting to thin, the clock is ticking to make a serious addition. With time running short and options dwindling, what did the Pirates do? They signed a right fielder, but to a minor league contract in Mets outfielder DJ Stewart. Upon hearing that, you could probably predict that the 31-year-old Stewart with the Mets last season hit 177 in 74 games played with 5 home runs, 19 RBIs, and an OPS of 622. I am just so happy that while everyone else in the league is playing with Legos, we are playing willingly with hand-me-down Mega Blocks. In a corresponding move, John Drecker reports that the Pirates released minor league shortstop Andres Alvarez. With the Bucks' AAA affiliate Indianapolis Indians in 2024, the 27-year-old Alvarez played in 78 games, hitting a .271 batting average with 6 home runs, 35 RBIs, and a .777 OPS. So much for the idea of the Pirates making a splash move before Pirates Fest this weekend. I guess instead of maybe signing Grichuk, or Verdugo, or Gasp actually opening up the wallet and bringing in Anthony Santander, the Pirates are going to try to hype up the fan base, having done nothing to make the team better. Honestly, I hope Pirates Fest is a complete dud. I hope it is barely attended, and that those who do attend it turn it into an impromptu sell-the-team protest. Instead of celebrating ownership and the front office sitting on their asses for the entire winter, challenge yourself to make those who do not feel shame feel it for once. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up a Friday edition of the Steel City Sports Report. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys back here on Monday with some more Pittsburgh sports news.